Behind the seductive smell of a grilled hamburger and the golden image of a shiny wrapper, there lies a darkness few dare to confront. Each bite is the result of a system meticulously designed to conquer palates, but it hides deep dangers. Processed hamburgers loaded with sodium and preservatives are ticking time bombs. While they satisfy the momentary craving, they begin a slow and imperceptible destruction within you. Over the years, the effects of this food go beyond the weight that shows up on the scale. Arteries, once as flexible as calm rivers, become rigid and narrow, blocking the vital flow of blood. Blood pressure rises like an unexpected storm, setting the stage for heart attacks and strokes. And the sugar, in its industrial doses found in sodas, begins to erode the body's balance. Insulin, your ally in glucose control, wears down, unable to keep up, while the shadow of type 2 diabetes looms. Meanwhile, McDonald's and other fast food giants perfect their strategies to capture their victims. Colorful commercials, irresistible promotions, and even toys to attract children create a vicious cycle from an early age. You're not just buying food, you're signing a pact with a lifestyle that slowly consumes your health. The idea of a quick and cheap meal is the perfect disguise for a diet rich in trans fats, sugars, and chemicals that transform your body into a battlefield. And the deterioration doesn't stop there. Visceral fat, invisible yet dangerous, accumulates around the organs, pressing on the heart and lungs. Your liver, overloaded with chemicals and excess sugar, desperately tries to regenerate, but the scars that form can evolve into something worse, the dreaded fatty liver disease. Slowly, your body transforms into a dark reflection of the choices made at the table, while ads continue to sell instant happiness in the form of snacks. So the next time you smell the irresistible scent of a juicy hamburger or hear the fizz coming from a can of soda, remember this story. The temptation may seem sweet, but the price is bitter, years of life lost, silent diseases taking over, and a body that disintegrates piece by piece without you noticing. After all, not all terror comes from darkness. Sometimes it's served on a golden tray. Behind the sparkling effervescence of a cold soda, there lies a dark secret few can see. The sweet and inviting liquid promising to quench your thirst is actually a poison in disguise. With every sip, the body is silently poisoned, swallowing sugar and chemicals that not only affect health in the short term but begin a slow and cruel destruction over the years. What seemed like an innocent choice transforms into a heavy burden, a cycle of self-destruction that repeats endlessly. Advertising campaigns create a perfect illusion: bright smiles, lively parties, happy moments where soda is the center of attention. But behind every vibrant and cheerful image lies a calculated manipulation. Brands aren't just selling a drink, they're selling the idea of immediate pleasure, something you crave without thinking of the consequences. Soda becomes a trap, a seduction that, once begun, is hard to break. The devastating effect of constant consumption starts to spread insidiously like a silent disease. The excess sugar, which accumulates with each bottle, overloads the pancreas and damages insulin function, setting the stage for diabetes. Inside the body, the liver, which should protect and purify, begins storing fat, compromising its function and opening doors to the dreaded fatty liver disease. What seemed like a refreshing form of pleasure begins to corrode your body's vital functions. But the damage doesn't stop there. Even the diet and zero versions, which promise to be more healthy, hide an even more treacherous evil. Artificial sweeteners can be more harmful than sugar itself, affecting metabolism and creating an even deeper dependence. Your brain, tricked by the sweet taste, craves more and more, perpetuating the cycle and worsening the damage over time. Soda, with its false promise of freshness, becomes a prison. In the end, the bill comes due. The body, already overloaded, begins to crumble under the weight of diseases that silently settled in. Diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and even bone damage are just a few of the conditions that arise after years of excessive consumption. The soda that seemed to bring relief reveals itself as the villain, dragging your health into an abyss where the price of indulgence is paid with your very life. In the end, what seemed harmless becomes the key to a cell of suffering. With every crispy French fry you put in your mouth, the clock of your life starts to tick faster, as if the seconds slip through your body. The hot oil, where these fries are dipped, does not just make them tasty. It turns them into liquid poison that seeps into your arteries and starts to rot everything in its path. With each bite, the thick and dense blood begins to lose its flow, becoming a viscous mass that clogs your blood vessels, setting the stage for a life of diseases that creep slowly but relentlessly. What seemed like a simple indulgence transforms into a silent nightmare. Fried foods are not just packed with empty calories, but also with trans fats, heat-resistant chemicals that you should never consume. These trans fats, with their invisible destructive power, begin to accumulate in your body's tissues like a thick fog that cannot be dissipated. The liver, tormented by the fat it can't process, begins to fail, turning into a maze of irreversible damage. Over the years, this poison seems harmless, but its effects begin to emerge gradually. Cholesterol, once controlled, rises to the heavens, saturating your system and promoting heart attacks and strokes. Your blood pressure, ignored for so long, rises like a lurking monster, ready to strike at the most unexpected moment. What was a simple meal turns into an invitation to the abyss, where the feet of those who surrender to fried foods begin to sink into a quicksand of chronic and uncontrollable diseases. And the vicious cycle does not end. French fries, created to seduce an addict, are a trap disguised as pleasure. With every serving you consume, you drift further from health. You walk closer to an irreversible fate. Your mind, dominated by the insatiable need to eat more, falls into the clutches of this illusion, and the body, a silent prisoner, pays the price. Trans fats, like a dark presence, infiltrate your cells, creating a trap you cannot escape. When the smell of French fries reaches your senses, no longer think of the momentary pleasure it offers. Think of the gradual and almost imperceptible destruction it is causing. With each packet, you are sealing a fate of pain, suffering, and diseases that will haunt your body slowly but relentlessly. French fries are not just food. They are the gateway to invisible torment, a poison you choose to consume of your own will as your body deteriorates piece by piece.